land. Anyway, here is a replay of the start as we come into turn 1, the hairpin called gasometra even.
Mamma mia!
My French is not all that good. But it was quite a slow start on my end, but the field is quite packed together, so I was trying to be careful. And here is Roy Salvadori in the number 30
Mamma mia!
Lancia. Goes a bit too tight, crashes into that building and loses his front right wheel. Next we have Juan Manuel Fangio in the number 2 Mercedes, who gets stuck on something. His car gets thrown up into the air, loses his front wheel, and he's out of the Monaco Grand Prix. Next we have Piero Taruffi in his number 48 Ferrari 555. He hits something and flips the car over and is out of the Grand Prix as well. This is Tony Rolt in his car, who
Mamma mia!
crashes into something, and unfortunately the camera is positioned in a weird place and we cannot see what actually happened. Next we have Alberto Ascari in the number 26 Lancia, who gets stuck on something. His car is thrown into the air and he is out of the race. Next we have Maurice Trintignant in his Ferrari 625, comes very quickly into the Chicane du Port and gets launched into the bay. So is Nino Farina in the number 42 Ferrari. This is Sterling Moss in the number 6 Mercedes, who's also thrown into the bay. Next is Roberto Mieres, who is also thrown into the bay. This is Jack Brabham in the Cooper, who also ends up in the bay. Maliori in the Ferrari 555 almost gets thrown into the bay. However, he was saved by the Haydels. This is André Simon in the Mercedes, ending up in the bay as well. And finally we have Zambera, who also ends up in the bay. So instead of only having Ascari, who crashes into the sea there, pretty much half of the field is in the water at this point. So not a very good first lap. And if you thought that was the end of the retirements, you are sorely mistaken, my friends, because here we have Alberto Uria, who loses control of his car coming out of the tunnel. Not sure why, but he eventually decided to retire. This is Paul Frere, who also loses control of the car and goes over that ledge and into the water. Following is Harry Schell, who does the exact same thing. And we also have Lance Macklin, who ends up in the same situation, although he's a bit more fortunate and doesn't fall into the water, although he does retire from the race. This is Luigi Musa in his Maserati, ending up in the water as well. That was a nice jump, by the way. This is Jose Froilan Gonzalez in the blue Ferrari, numbered 12. Cesare Perdisa also ends up in the water, followed by Luigi Villoresi in the Lancia. Next is my fellow Van Wall driver Mike Hawthorne. This is Louis Chira. Luckily he is from Monaco, so he doesn't have to go far to get some warm clothes. And here is a replay of Elie Bayol doing kind of the same thing that pretty much everyone else did. So that's 30 retirements.